Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Croissant, channel is called Ethernet Wink. In today's video, we're going to have the first Advent of Code video. Right, so exciting. We're gonna do this in the format of like zero to hero, kinda. So like even if you have some programming experience but you haven't done anything in quantitative finance yet, by the end of this series, you'll be doing natural language processing, you'll be doing some machine learning. In the middle, you'll be doing data structures with context to this. You'll get right with it. I do assume a little bit of programming knowledge to it, so that way like like how to declare functions, iterating, like just iterating period, like just for loops, stuff like that, variables. I'm not going to be going over that, but you'll see how everything goes in the code. So let's hop right into it. Before we do that, I want to tell you guys about my business Twitter. Hop over to this and give it a follow. I'd really appreciate it. Every update will be here. Most of my engagement is on this. And also the indicator I made in collaboration with Lux Algo. This will be in the description as well. Check this out. There's videos on my channel backtesting that as well. So let's hop into our VS Code and let's get our task, right? Because let me move my face out of the way. There we go. So when you guys like go to the GitHub or whatever, it'll all be in this kind of format. It'll just be a zero to hero directory, and it'll be every single video pretty much with a task in text format and then the Python implementation. I'm going to do everything in Python just for consistency's sake. I don't want to switch languages midway through. And for new people, I feel like the easiest thing will be to follow along in Python. If you want to use a different language, I structured it so that way this video could be the only one that you need to do in Python just to get the data. And so, yeah, without further ado, we're going to hop into it. So what's our first task? The task is going to be to get data by either reading it from a CSV. If it doesn't exist, handle the error and write it to the CSV later, or with an API connection, and then plot the candlestick chart with Plotly. Simple enough. So we can see here I already have my imports, I already have my little main, and I have the tickers, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and our start and end date. So let's kick this off by writing a function to get our data. So I'm just going to call it get stock data. I want to spell that right. Tickers, start and end. And so now I want to return everything as a dictionary. So that way when we get a tickers, let me move my face back up too. That way when we get a tickers data frame, we can just say ticker data frame, return that, right? So that way we can keep everything nice and organized. So we're going to say for ticker in tickers. And now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to read it from the CSV. I don't want to get that space there. So we're going to say try to get the data frame from a pd.read CSV. And then my file path will look something like CSVs, ticker, returns.csv, that'll be mine. And then I want index call to be 0 and parse states to be true. And then data ticker to be this data frame. Right, and so then if we get an error, like we can't read from the CSV, we want to say accept exception as E. I'm just going to print the error, so print, and then just say like error E, why not? And then we actually need a Yahoo Finance connection, so we say df would be yf.download. We're going to give it the ticker that we're on. Start is going to be start, and end is going to be end. I found that the API gets a little upset if you don't like put the equal signs, so we'll do that. We're going to say that data for our ticker is this data frame. And then we are going to say df.toCSV, and we're just going to put this path in it. If that CSV didn't exist yet, we'll write it right now. So that's that, and then we can return our dictionary. So now let's hop in here, and we're going to say, we don't need a for loop yet, we're going to say stock data is get stock data, give it the tickers, start is start, and then end is end. And we're going to say for ticker data in stock data.items because it is a list, not a list, excuse me, because it's a dictionary. And then we're just going to say print data.head to make sure that we got that right. So let's do that. Beautiful. Everything looks good. So now clear it just so it's a little prettier, make this a little smaller. And so now this first line is all done. So now let's plot the candlestick chart with plotly. So now let's just write a new function, call it def plot. I need a data frame, I need a ticker. Yeah, and so first thing I'm going to say is I'm going to say I have this fig variable go.figure, capital F with the parentheses. And so now the first thing we have to do is make a candlestick chart. So we're going to say fig dot, and then we're going to add a trace, and then we're going to add, excuse me for a moment because I can't remember. Yep, I said go.candlestick in here with a capital C. So there's that. And so now I hate having that on my screen. So now we're going to say that the x-axis is the data.index. We're going to say the open is data open high with capital H. Low is going to be data low. Close is going to be data close, and then we'll just name it price. Make sure that we have the data there first, and then yeah, that looks good. So now let's say update layout just so it's a little bit more descriptive. What are we going to do? We're going to give it a title, which is going to be ticker stock analysis, I guess. We're going to say x-axis title is, what is that going to be? That is going to be date. Make sure I put a comma. Y-axis title is going to be price. And so now x-axis, because I always just do that wrong, this I need to set a dictionary. And then I like to turn off the range slider. You might not want to. I just think it looks annoying. That's going to be another dictionary. It's going to say visible is false. All right, that is all right there. And then we are just going to plot the data and the ticker. So now let's run that again. And so then, oh, excuse me, we have to actually show the figures. So that's good. At least we have no errors. We have to say fig.show with parentheses, and then we can run it again, and we should actually get it. Yep, it'll actually come up on a different screen right there. So that was just the last one I clicked on. So here is all of that. Make sure you guys can see that. Yep. So here we go. Microsoft, Apple, or Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Here are our candlestick charts, and yeah, this is why I chose Plotly over Matplotlib. I think it just looks so much better. I like how I could do that. I could just get as close as I want. But yeah, that is this code done. That is the first Advent of Code challenge done. So now in later videos, we're pretty much just going to be copying this, pasting it somewhere else, and then adding to it instead of having to just do a new, totally new task by scratch. We're going to build on everything that we've previously done. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed that first video. Again, I encourage you guys to check out my indicator with Lux Algo and my business Twitter. Give all that a follow if you think it'd be stuff that you are interested in. But yeah, I'm going to get to work on those other videos. I'm going to schedule upload a lot of them instead of recording them all the same day that I upload them. So yeah, it's still November for me right now, but I don't want to get behind and miss a day. So I'm going to get to that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the socials, and I'll see you in the next Advent of Code video.